Hello everyone, and thank you for joining the Hartford Gay Men's Chorus tonight for the opening of our radio show experience, Hope for the Holidays. My name is Christopher Clark, and I am the interim artistic director of the chorus. This has been a unique and challenging time for all choruses, but the Hartford Gay Men's Chorus has managed to learn their music remotely and put together what I hope you'll find to be a heartwarming story of hope for you, our listeners, supporters, families, and friends. I'd like to now introduce to you the Executive Director and my friend, Mr. Robert Reeder.
Thank you, Chris. Good evening and welcome, everyone. On behalf of our Board of Directors, singing members, and G-Clef volunteers, we are so excited to have you with us tonight. This has been an unusual year with COVID-19, but we have been able to continue to sing in a virtual world. Tonight's show is nothing less than a labor of love. Please sit back and enjoy Hope for the Holidays.
The Hartford Gay Men's Chorus proudly presents Hope for the Holidays, brought to you in part by our generous sponsors and patrons like you. And now, on to the show.
Before my spirit falls again. Welcome to the Hartford Gay Men's Chorus podcast production of Hope for the Holidays. We are asking you to take a moment, sit back, relax, and use your imagination. We're going to tell you a story with songs interwoven, so close your eyes and let us take you on a journey. Tonight, we're going to meet a man who needs a little Christmas, a little holiday spirit, a little hope. His name is Henry. Henry has lost his way. His husband of 32 years, Dwight, died a year ago. Henry just retired from work a month ago and has slowly withdrawn from his daily routines, his friends, his life. Henry lives in a modest cape with flower gardens that once surrounded the house. Gardens that the couple once loved and cared for, but are now neglected with broken trellises and a glimpse of a tipped-over bird bath peeking through the snow. The beautiful blue house that once was filled with joy has now taken on the same unkempt and sad appearance as Henry. It's December 23rd in the early evening, and the snow continues to fall and add to the unshoveled walkway. Let's look in on Henry.
Who is it? Get off my property. Stop throwing snowballs at my house, and who said you could build a snowman in my yard? Get!
Henry stared, infuriated, as the children ran away giggling back to their home across the street. It was only 8 p.m., but Henry, having taken the day to process everything he had lost, could not keep his eyes open much longer. He lays down on a sofa in the living room, strewn with blankets and pillows, because sleeping in a bed he shared with Dwight doesn't quite feel right nowadays. And not even a full minute later, he is fast asleep.
The sun is shining, the grass is green, the orange and palm trees sway. There's never been such a day in Beverly Hills, LA.
But it's December the 24th, and I am longing to be up north.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas with every coat I want.
May your days be merry and bright,
And may all your Christmases be white.
Henry, flustered, confused, and irritated, marches towards the door and flings it open.
If I have to tell you kids one more time that I am sick of...
Henry's speech is abruptly ended by a very unexpected guest at his doorstep. The snowman the children built, with twigs for arms, 3 red buttons down his front, a carrot nose, lumps of coal for eyes, and a green and yellow striped scarf around the neck of the 3 stacked mounds of snow, was right in front of Henry on the porch. He wondered if the kids had come back and moved the snowman. The snowman had black buttons for a mouth and appeared to be wearing the cheeriest, fuzziest expression, which to his astonishment began to move.
Hi, I'm Franklin. You must be Henry.
And now we pause for a message from one of our sponsors.
I'm Norbert Beliveau, owner and psychotherapist at Inner Compass Counseling and Clinical Hypnosis in downtown Northampton, Massachusetts. My trauma-informed theoretical approach is person-centered and eclectic through a compassionate lens. I specialize in clinical hypnosis and EMDR to treat a variety of issues. I've been supporting LGBTQIA and other members of the community for the past 20 years. For more information and to make an appointment, please go to compassionnorthampton.com. Dare to live the life you've imagined.
Let's get back to our visitor at Henry's doorstep.
Hi, I'm Franklin. You must be Henry. Oh my gosh, wow, I am so excited to finally meet you. Can I come in? Oh, wait, no, I would probably melt. Anyways, about that bird bath that fell over outside, I just wanted to let you know that I, Franklin the Snowman, had absolutely nothing to do with that.
Henry, eyes wide open with shock, perplexity, and a whisper of terror, replies to Franklin.
Hi. What can I do for you?
I was in here to help lift your spirits.
Franklin, taking the lifting action from the phrase a bit too literally, wraps his twig arms around Henry and lifts him up in a bear hug.
Ow!
Oh no, my nose. Sorry about that. I've completely smacked you with my carrot. Can't keep doing that now, can I? Anyway, now that the awkward part is over, time to whisk you away on our adventure.
Wait, an adventure? What? Where are we going? I don't even know.
Come on, let's go on a journey.
A journey? What are you talking about? And how is a snowman even talking?
You know, a journey like the three wise men. But instead of looking for the Christ child, we're looking to find and reclaim your identity in holiday cheese.
We three kings of Orient are, bearing gifts we traverse afar, field and fountain, moor and mountain, following yonder star. We three kings, majestic and wise, humbly follow radiant skies, westward leading, still proceeding with the baby lies. Star of wonder, star of night, star with royal beauty bright, guide us through the land below, to Bethlehem we go. We three kings of Orient are, bearing
doing? Where are we going?
Oh, this is going to be such fun. I just love this part of my job. Now remember, just hold on to my hand. I mean, hold on to my sticks. Isn't this great?
Wait, I've been here before. Oh, my stars. That's the street I grew up on. And there, that's my old house. Who are those 3 kids down there?
Yep, pretty amazing, right?
Let's go to the fort! To the fort! Yeah!
The Three Musketeers! Charge!
This is the best place on earth.
Yeah, I know. It's the place where no one can bother us.
Franklin, those kids look familiar. It can't be, but that's me.
I told you this is going to be amazing.
And now we pause for a message from one of our sponsors.
CT Self-Store is a storage solution for the Hartford Gay Men's Chorus. With gated access, 24-hour security, contactless storage, and climate-controlled storage available, CT Self-Store is a storage solution for you. Located at 580 Park Avenue in West Hartford, we have a centrally located and accessible facility. Contact CT Self-Store today at 860-236-3100.
Let's rejoin the action to hear what Franklin has in store for Henry.
Are you ready? This is going to be the best part.
That really was the best place on earth. At least for 3 10-year-olds.
Absolutely. It was the best.
Franklin, you didn't. It can't be, but are you who I think you are?
What did I tell you?
Look, down there. That kid is me. And like you said, that other kid is you.
And over there, that's me.
Are you kidding me? Jay, is it really you? Oh my gosh, I haven't seen you in, 50 years? Wow, is that you, Becca?
Yep, it's me. I know I look a little different to you now with the really short hair, but it's me. Oh, and I go by Lou now.
And I put on some weight and am almost bald, but it really is me.
Hey, Franklin, what's the matter? Your red buttons, they just fell off?
Oh, this magic stuff takes it out of me, but it's worth it. Don't worry.
And that fort really was such a great place. Every day after school, the 3 of us would hike to the woods behind your house and go there to get away from all the bad stuff.
We spent weeks building it out of limbs and scrap lumber. And not even our parents realized where we were. Well, I guess maybe they did, but they knew we were safe.
And remember the gigantic snowman we would build every winter?
Oh, yes! And every time it would snow, we would add to it. So by the end of the season, it was 12 feet tall.
And it never melted until almost May. Sorry to bring that up, Franklin. That was so much fun.
You know, every day at school, I was bullied and yelled at, and it felt terrible. I hated it, and I felt like I didn't fit in. Except with you, everything felt normal. I mean, you always liked me for who I was.
Wow, I felt the same way. I always knew I was different from the other boys, but at that age, I didn't know how. It took years before I figured out the gay thing.
Me too. Yes, it was a long time before I figured that out about myself. But Henry, the thing about you is that you showed us kindness. I was bullied and called nasty names, but you were able to rise above the name calling.
You both helped me to feel like I fit in too. Jay, I can't imagine what it was like trying to figure out your sexuality and being the only Jewish kid in the school. And Lou, you probably had the toughest time of all of us and got harassed the most. You were always being called lesbo, tranny, dyke, and things like that.
Yes, it was tough. Just because people thought I was a girl didn't mean I was a girl. It took me years to start telling people that I'm a man, but once I did, I was able to transition and start healing. Many people try to understand now, but it's not easy. I still live with lots of harassment, but I'm living true to myself. When we were kids, you embraced our differences and liked me for being me. You allowed me to have fun and just be myself.
And I was so afraid of letting people know I was Jewish that I used the name Jay rather than my given name of Jacob. It meant I was teased a lot less. Henry, you were so strong.
Who, me? What do you mean?
You used your humor and your self-confidence to just keep going. You pushed back on all the negative things that could have stopped you from moving forward.
You always had such a positive vibe about yourself, and that was contagious to others. I've remembered that every day of my life ever since.
Wow.
And I was so sad when we moved away. My dad's job had us moving to a new state every few years, so those times with you in our old neighborhood were truly the best. You know, you were my first real friend. And because of you, I learned what it's like to be a friend. Pure kindness. That's where it all starts.
After grade school, we went to different schools, so you and I drifted apart. But I always remember how you shared your Christmas traditions with me, and I shared the meaning of Hanukkah with you. Traditions are at the heart of all of us, and sharing them with people we care about connects us all.
Let's take a quick break with an advertisement from one of our sponsors.
Barker Specialty has been a proud supporter of the Hartford Gay Men's Chorus for the last 8 years. With 70 years of experience working with companies of all sizes, we are experts at working together to find the most impactful promotional product for your next event, whether virtual or in person. Call or email us today at 1-800-227-5377 or promo@barkerspecialty.com.
Let's rejoin the group to see what happens next.
We gotta go now. Franklin gave us only a short time to visit with you.
But it's been so amazing to reconnect with you.
Yes, this was wonderful. And I'm glad you're both doing so well.
Look me up on social media. I'm on them all. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook.
Me too. Oh, except for Facebook. I don't go on that thing.
Yes, I will.
Henry, just remember how strong you've been for others throughout your life. So please keep sharing that strength.
Now, get back out there in the world and share your wonderfulness with others.
Now Christmas and Hanukkah, they're vying for attention. There's Kwanzaa, winter solstice, and many more that I could mention. All these different customs and all these different gods. If faith is the path to love and kindness, why are we all at odds? I'm not sure what you believe. Whichever faith you're clinging to, life is
As Franklin and Henry forge on to reclaim Henry's sense of self and rekindle his passion for the holidays, we join the pair as they make their way down Old Kingston Road, the familiar worn-down strip of asphalt that runs down the center of town. A few dimly lit street lamps sprinkle both sides of the street, the only light that Henry and Franklin have to see with. It is silent, other than Henry's footsteps on the powdered-covered lane and Franklin's soft humming of Merry Everything.
I can't believe I got to see those guys again. Isn't it funny how you sometimes just forget all of what made you who you are today? My career, my wonderful marriage, my entire adult life was shaped by those bonds I made as a kid. Franklin.
Oh! Sorry, Henry. I guess I was spacing out a bit. I got in trouble for that a lot in school. Is it my eyes? Tell me it's not my eyes. I can't control it. They'll never move or blink, Henry.
Franklin, I wasn't. Whoa.
What's, going on, pal? You haven't looked this surprised since, well, the last time you looked this surprised.
Franklin, did you lose some of your flakes? And what happened to your right twig? I can go back and find it. Franklin, don't move. I'll be right back.
Oh, you mean this old look? Don't lose your carrot over it, Henry. The more I use my power, the more I fade away. But don't you worry now. This means that we're getting closer to getting you back into the holiday spirit. I've been working on my echo effect.
Henry gives an amused smirk at Franklin's uplifting remark, and they continue on.
Hey, Franklin, wait a second. This building here, Will's Soup Kitchen. I remember when Dwight used to volunteer here on the weekends. He loved everything about it. The sense of family, the people he met, and the stories they would tell. It affected him so much. His work here is what started the fire in his heart to begin advocating for the homeless population. He was always so passionate.
Henry, look! All those people inside! And a conveniently placed sign on the window requesting help for additional servers! Why don't you go on in and work your "what can I get started for you today" magic? I'll be watching.
I don't think that's how that...
Off you go!
Before he could even blink, Henry was transported into the heart of Will's Soup Kitchen.
At Bright Lights Design, we create unique gifts for the ones you love. Our custom digitally illustrated portraits of a beloved pet, wedding, or place you call home are the perfect gift. For just $65, you receive an 8x10 print of your custom digitally illustrated design and the digital copy. For more information and to see these beautiful gifts, visit us at etsy.com/shop/brightlightsdesign or email us at brightlightsdesign@gmail.com. Give a gift that lasts forever.
Let's revisit Henry inside Will's Soup Kitchen.
Hey, don't just stand there all doe-eyed and nervous. Come on in. I imagine that sign out front got your attention. My name is Will, and I'm the manager of this establishment. Why don't you throw on a hat, an apron, and I'll show you the ropes. What's your name, guy?
Henry, sir.
All righty then, Henry. What I'm gonna have you do is help with getting these fine folks sat down once they've come through the line and gotten their holiday dinner. We don't have the largest menu selection, but anything we can do to provide our neighbors with a sense of belonging and comfort at this time of year, it's just enough. It looks like things are starting to pick up. Please keep your mask on. Oh, and we have gloves behind the serving glass for you. I cannot stress this enough, but please make sure everyone washes their hands at the sink before grabbing a plate, will ya?
Okay, I'm on it.
As the night went on, Henry sat those who came into Will's soup kitchen, checked in on them with a warm smiles and great conversation, occasionally some hand sanitizer, and approached the end of the evening with a sense of gratitude.
Hey, Henry, right? Name's Pat. This guy next to me is Kevin. I wanted to just say thanks for helping out tonight. Kevin and I are what you might call regulars here. I make the most of the cards I've been dealt, but sometimes I get knocked down a few steps to where I started. This event and this space are some of the only things that give me a sense of normalcy.
I've lost a lot myself. I don't know if this is going to make sense to you guys, but I've been doing quite a bit of exploring tonight, and I've come to realize that I let my worst fears and losses overcome my self-worth. It's really been changing how I'm getting through this time of year.
Henry, hey, under this roof, you are family. Every person you spoke to or helped seat here tonight, including Pat and me, has experienced hardships that not too many understand. This place brings us all together in a way that is hard to explain sometimes. I noticed you haven't gotten a chance to sit and eat. Why don't you come join us and experience exactly what we mean?
Thanks, you guys. Really. I'm more than happy to.
At this table, everyone is welcome. At this table, everyone is seen. At this table, everyone matters. No one falls between. At this table, you can say whatever. At this table, you can speak your mind. At this table, everything's forgiven. There's enough for everyone. So come as you are. Do the life that you do is always open. Yes, come as you are. The perfect gift that you can bring is your heart. To the heart. Come as you are. Come as you are. At this table, there will be no judgment. At this table, mercy has a seat. At this table, we're all sons and daughters. There's no place I'd rather be. Rather be. So come as you are. Remember that the door is always open. Come as you are. The perfect gift that you can bring is your heart. Come as you are. Come as you are. At this table, everyone is welcome. At this table, everybody
dance. At this table, everybody matters.
So come, pull up a chair.
Henry awakens on his couch, startled by the vivid dreams he just had.
Whoa! Where am I? Franklin? Where did you go?
Henry gets up and looks around the house. It's all decorated and aglow like it was in past years. He hears Christmas music playing on the radio. He then peers outside the front window where the snowman the neighborhood kids built is still there and the bird bath is upright.
I must still be dreaming. But everything seems so real. I can still smell the food from the soup kitchen, and I remember the conversations I had with my old friends. Now I'm home, but it's all dressed up like Dwight used to have it for this time of year.
Henry then feels a presence behind him. He turns around and screams.
Franklin! You scared the fruitcake out of me.
Franklin puts his twig arm up in the air. Henry looks back out the window and sees the snowman is gone.
Wait, weren't you just outside?
I'm magic, remember? Go where I want, do what I want, make things appear and disappear. Should I wear a top hat and a tux so you'll remember? Actually, forget the top hat. That was some other snowman's thing. I was hoping the neighborhood kids could patch me up out there. Using magic takes a lot out of me. Literally.
Henry notices that Franklin is now missing his scarf. One of his eyes is lower, and he has lost a significant amount of mass around his snow body.
I feel so bad that you're using your magic on me while it's wasting you away. Let me fix you up. Let's go outside.
Hey! My whole reason here is to fix you up. I have a limited engagement of physicality around this time of year, being one of the many illustrious holiday spirits. And you still don't seem to be in the spirit of the season just yet.
I don't know if I ever will be. This is the first Christmas without him. I still wish Dwight were here to celebrate with.
As he ends that sentence, there's a noise from behind the Christmas tree. Henry turns and sees a figure behind it.
Are you trying to scare me again, Franklin?
The figure walks into view, and it's Henry's deceased husband, Dwight, though he looks as he did from last Christmas, wearing a gaudy holiday sweater, pajama pants covered with little Santas with sunglasses, and slippers that look like shoes an elf would wear, and of course, a bedazzled Santa hat to top off the look. Henry stands there with his mouth agape before he collects himself and speaks.
This can't be.
Tears start to fall down Henry's cheeks.
I've missed you so much. It's been a hell of a year, and trying to navigate through it all without you by my side has been rough. When I lost you, I also lost pieces of who I was. Nothing has been the same, and I'm finding it hard to enjoy the things I once used to. The holidays were always your thing, and I couldn't bring myself to celebrate. But today, I started finding those missing pieces again. Some kids made a snowman in our front yard named Franklin, who took me back to places of my past and helped me realize my self-worth and how helping others spreads joy to not only me, but to their lives and those around them.
Henry starts to slowly walk towards Dwight, who is just standing there and smiling.
I have also started to make peace with myself that you were gone. I don't know if you heard me at all in those last moments before you passed, but I want to tell you now that you will always be the love of my life, and I will uphold the promise to keep you alive in my heart by helping others and being good to myself like you always did. I don't know if I'm still dreaming or what, but I just want to hold you one last time.
Henry closes his eyes and moves in to give Dwight the biggest hug he can muster. After what seems like forever, but was only for a minute or two, Henry starts to feel cold and damp. The brightness starts to fade, so Henry backs away and opens his eyes. And now an ad from one of our sponsors.
What if Home for the Holidays meant something different next year? Perhaps first-time home ownership or right-sizing for a home that's easier to manage. Or even gearing up for a home that's larger with more room for the kids, an office, and a yard. Gerard Sullivan eXp Realty takes the time to get to know you and finds what you're looking for. Gerard caters the entire experience to your needs, from understanding your dreams and focusing your search to negotiating your price and handing you the keys. Bring 2021 home for the holidays. Call Gerard Sullivan at eXp Realty today, 860-967-4607, or gerardsellsct.com.
And now back to the thrilling conclusion of Hope for the Holidays. The brightness and cheeriness of earlier disappeared. Back to how the house has been since Dwight has passed.
Oh, Franklin, couldn't you pretend to be him a little longer?
Whoa there, boyo. I love a good hug as much as the next person, but your heat was starting to make me melt.
So, then what was the point of teasing me like this?
To help you get back to who you were. You needed that closure with Dwight. So, yes, I may have taken the form of him, but I did it so you could finally say goodbye.
Henry sits down on the sofa, head down and somber.
You're right. I did need that.
Franklin puts his remaining twig on Henry's shoulder for comfort.
Thank you, Franklin. You've shown me today the person I used to be, and I don't know how to repay you.
Well, how about by starting to gussy up this Jerry place?
You're right. I'm gonna go grab the tree and box of holiday stuff out of the attic. You can help me decorate. And I'll wait till we're done to start the fireplace. Wouldn't want what's left of you to melt into a puddle in my living room.
Sure thing, buddy.
Henry runs up the stairs to the attic and grabs a few boxes. As he starts to make the trip downstairs, he hears a familiar jingle. He drops the box and hurries into the living room.
Franklin! Are you okay?
Henry looks around, but Franklin is nowhere to be found. He looks outside the window and is dismayed when he doesn't see the snowman is there. Henry chuckles when he sees that the bird bath is overturned again. He looks up into the starry night and smiles. At that moment, it begins to snow.
All right, let's get this place looking holly and jolly.
Holly jolly, holly, holly jolly. Holly jolly, holly, holly jolly. Have a holly jolly Christmas. It's the best time of the year. Holly jolly. I don't know if there'll be snow, but have a jolly good cheer. Have a holly jolly Christmas. And when you walk down the street, say hello to friends you know and everyone you meet.
Henry continues bringing the boxes and setting up the tree. When it is nearly finished, he opens up the last box and starts removing the ornaments until he sees a strange box at the bottom.
What's this? I don't remember this ornament at all.
He pulls out the box and realizes it's a present, covered in shiny gold gift wrap and a big red bow with a small card underneath it.
This is odd.
Henry opens the card and reads,
Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, my love. I snuck this in here right after Christmas last year, knowing I didn't have much longer to go. I hope you're doing well and not moping too much over me. I cherish each and every second we have been together and needed you to know you have made me a much better person. Please continue being a light in others' lives as you have in mine. You know how much I loved this time of year, so I wanted to be able to give you one more gift. Keep fighting the good fight. I love you, Henry. Yours always, Dwight. P.S. If you find somebody new, make sure they treat you right and they aren't as cute as me. Winky face.
Tears are streaming down Henry's face, but he is also smiling.
You're a sneaky little Santa, babe.
Henry opens the present to reveal a hefty snow globe. He sets it down to let the snow settle to see what is inside.
Well, I'll be damned.
It is revealed to be a snowman that happens to look a lot like Franklin. Henry is grinning ear to ear and gets a closer look.
Am I still dreaming? Was this even a dream at all?
As Henry peers into the snow globe, Franklin winks at Henry.
You know what? Doesn't matter. I'm going to message some friends to come over and celebrate. It's time to start living again.
Henry places the snow globe in the center of the mantle and begins to text his friends.
Flurry, but Santa dear, we're in a hurry. So climb down the chimney, turn on the brightest string of lights I've ever seen. Like a star of the fruitcake, it's time we hung some tinsel on that evergreen vine. For I've grown a little leaner, grown a little colder, grown a little sadder. And I need a little angel sitting on my shoulder. I need a little Christmas now. For we need a little music, need a little laughter, need a little singing, ringing through the rafter. And we need a little snapping, happy ever after. We need a little Christmas now. Call out the holly, put up the tinsel before my spirit falls again. Fill up the stocking, slice up the fruitcake, let's deck the halls with that evergreen bough. For we need a little Christmas right this very minute. Candles in the window, carols at the spinet. Yes, we need a little Christmas right this very minute. We need a little Christmas, need a little Christmas, need a little Christmas now. Christmas now, right now.
And that concludes our show. We hope you have enjoyed tonight's presentation and... Hey! What are you doing here?
Franklin here, and I wanted to wish the happiest of holidays to everyone out there.
This radio show experience would not have been possible without the support of our sponsors and each one of you at home taking the time to listen to our show. This holiday season, the Hartford Gay Men's Chorus is thrilled to bring a little hope, a little magic, and a lot of music to homes across the world. As we continue to work together as an organization to outreach our communities, provide a sense of belonging to the lives we touch, and grow our HGMC family, we are committed to delivering you warmth and cheer to the art of music. This season, we have been so fortunate to be able to bring our passion to the lives of many, and we rely on the compassion of our audience to continue our work. If you're feeling a little extra holly jolly, we are asking you to harness that generosity and make a donation using the audience view link provided in the description of this performance. It can be $5, $10, $25, $200, your entire life savings, every bit. We are so grateful for and will be used to help us continue to create art and deliver to our communities. So, remember to click that audience view link in the description of this performance to help us keep up our work for years to come. Thank you once again, and happy holidays!
Thank you so much for spending this time with us tonight. Our community is why we are here. We all love to make beautiful music, but having the opportunity to share it with you is what makes us complete.
We hope you've enjoyed our show. As we have all learned, it is a challenge to sing and stay connected remotely, but we've also learned we can do it. I'd especially like to thank Phil Demand and Ryan Draws for their editing magic, our generous sponsors, the artistic team and Paul Leitz for such a moving and entertaining story, and everyone listed in the credits. But mostly, the fantastic group of singers that I get the privilege to work with every week, the Hartford Gay Men's Chorus.
Please support the efforts of the Hartford Gay Men's Chorus so we can continue our outreach. Visit hgmc.org and make a donation today. Thank you again, and happy holidays.